All right, so today we're gonna be talking about Mirkan Tower 75, the Hippogriff. That guy I recently just beat. I beat him like 2 days ago, but it took me a while to make this video, so finally have some time. So regardless, let's get into this video. So in order to beat the Hippogriff 75, you're gonna need quite a bit of stats, right? So I'm level 196. I beat it when I was level 195, so take that into account as well. So in order to beat it, you have to make sure you have I'll definitely say you definitely need at least 11k HP. All right, guys, 11k to 12k HP is 100% agreed. You can have lesser HP if you have enough physical defense to make up for it. Because the Hippogriff, I'm almost positive that he's a physical attack. He's a physical attack user. So let's go into our physical defense. As you can see, I have. If I can't see, can you? Let me see if I can scooch my avatar over. All right, there you go. All right, so my head, 11,791 physical defense. So if you have that much defense, you're honestly set. This is how much defense that, I don't think you need that much. If you just have like 10,000 or 11,000, you should be good to go. As well as the max HP again, currently I'm sitting at 11,603. For magic defense, I have 10,795. 10,000 should be fine, but I don't think that's going to matter too much in this fight. But regardless, this is the base stat though. So the most important stat is actually is your physical defense, your max HP, your magic defense, and then your melee attack, right? Or your magic attack if you're a mage. Because these things are what's going to determine how fast you're going to kill it if you have enough DPS. So there's that. These are my current stats for when I did beat it. So something to take into account is that damage increase is the best option for Mirkan Tower is damage increase. You definitely need to get damage increase if you want to play the Mirkan Tower, because like I said, in order to have damage increase is the most consistent, because it's always granted that you're going to deal more damage, right? The next thing is crit. Crit and crit damage. Crit isn't very consistent, right? Some of you guys probably have probably just around 30% crit, right? It's not consistent damage in order to beat the Mirkan Tower. Therefore, the best stat is damage increase by 8% or 6% if you have. So I do have damage increase by 8% on my necklace. Then I'll have one here. Oh, I did have damage increased by 8% on my Boulder's Earring as well, but then I redid it. So I was re-rolling for better stats after I beat it, because I don't need damage increase anymore. My ring, obviously there's no damage increase, there's some crit rates. On this one, I did have damage increase by 6%, which did help a lot. And my glove also has damage increase by 6%. What else do I have? Oh, and my weapon, of course. My weapon has damage increased by 6% as well. So this is the most important option line for Mirkan Tower, because this offers you the most consistent damage. So enough for that. Also Mirkan Tower, invasion does not work that well in a Mirkan Tower, because the Mirkan Tower, the boss are usually very high level. Usually you are going to be under level compared to the boss. Therefore, the boss will have boss won't miss that often, because there is a debuff for being under level by being under a certain amount of levels from the boss level. I don't know the exact debuff, but I do know there is one. After speaking to Loyal about it, it does make a lot more sense now. So sometimes if you can't beat it, all you have to do is just try to level up higher, right? If level up higher, you should have an easier time in fighting it. The boss should deal less damage if your level is higher as well. So for evasion, since evasion doesn't work, for your sculptors, you most likely want your physical attack sculptures. I'm playing sculptor, right? So I'm running physical attack sculptures for my placement sculptures, because evasion doesn't work. Normally I would have 4 evasion sculptures, and that will give me a nice 130% evasion, but that doesn't work here, so there's no point. Even for your sets, right? So for my set, I'm running the physical attack set as well. Physical attack, and then this one is not needed at all. You can actually just scrap this and put in another physical attack set if you want to further improve your damage, right? So there's obviously always room for improvements. I beat it with this set, so again, this this can be improved for more damage, because if evasion rate does not work, actually it doesn't really work as well. So there's that. And let's talk about some other buffs that we have. So when it comes down to buffs, food, of course, obviously food is big, right? So as you can see, food buff, agility. I always have, for all my fights, I've been drinking agility plus 12 to get my maximum DPS, because agility scales for my field attack. But the best food buff is, if you can actually acquire it, is a couple weeks ago I made a food, the food attack percentage buff on how to make it. There is a food that gives you a huge amount of attack, like this one for example, right? The Salt Edge Perch Stew. This one gives you Constitution plus 10, and it also gives you increased max attack by 100% of con for 40 minutes. This is very huge when it comes down to fighting the Mirkan Tower. This is very important. But like I said, the ingredients for this is it's very hard to get, because all of it requires purple fish. It's kind of rare to find. Like I said, if you want to know more about how to make attack food, because there's attack food for agility, stir, charm, and stuff like that. But I have a video on it. I'll leave that video link in the description, so you guys can go check it out if you are interested. So there's that. Make sure you do have that food buff if you're missing some more DPS on the boss. What else do we need for buffers? Oh, obviously buffs. So I'm not gonna lie, right? So the Brilliant Versa Grace, this was only able to be obtained through the March event, the Leprechaun event, where you got the green clothes and the lucky clovers. This is by far the best. Increase my movement speed by 30% and attack speed by 50%. Having that 20% additional attack allows me to dish out so much more damage over time. So this one was huge. This was actually key. And this is actually key for me in order to beat the Griffin. So currently there is no way to obtain this. You guys cannot get this anymore. So maybe you have to wait for future events, but this is really nice. So definitely definitely do save this for a special occasion like the Hippogriff boss, right? What else we got here? Honestly, that's about it. So with that in mind, let's go and watch the replay, and I'll break it down for you guys. So here's me find Hippogriff here. So one thing you have to keep in mind is that the Hippogriff have two notifications that it pops up that tells you what it's going to do. So first one is obviously the exclamation mark. The exclamation mark just means that that is targeting you. Like that's it. It's just it's alerted and it's going to hit you. That's it. So it's going to auto attack you. So that's fine. I'm just here trading, getting as much damage. So oh god, let me see if I can go back here. Right, let me just redo this one real quick. So the second one popped up quite fast, but I didn't catch it. There you go. So the second notification that pops up is this one. This one means that he is angry, he is mad, and that he is going to be using a skill. His skill will one-shot you, most likely. Like, if I get hit by his skill, I'm dead. Even with all my defensive stats, all my HP, is not going to help. Therefore, when you see that, you're going to run. You're going to have to run for your life. Like what I'm doing, right? Right, I run. So keep that in mind. So, simple, right? So, obviously, the boss isn't doing that much damage to me. His basic attack only hits for like around 3k damage, which isn't really much to me. I can take 4 of that, right? So, it's not a big issue. I have my potion popping, so I'm feeling good about this fight. Also, the first checklist that you have to meet, the first condition you have to meet in order to beat the Hippogriff is that you are able to tank 1 critical hit, because every couple hits he won't always, but there's a chance, right, for his basic attack to crit. And if his basic attack crits, he will most likely kill you if you cannot survive. Because before, like I think it was like a couple days ago, I was trying to fight this, right? My physical defense wasn't that high. My HP was like average at like around 11k. He crits me one time, I'm dead from 11k HP. So like I said, you gotta be careful. If you can't even survive 1 crit from the Hippogriff's basic attack, you have 0 chance of beating it. So the first thing you should do is work on your defense and look through all the ways you can enhance your armors, get better defense, damage defense gear. So improve your gear. basically, because you want to get a higher defense as well as a higher HP, so you can survive one critical basic attack from him. If you can't do that, you're never going to beat him. So that is the first condition you must meet in order to beat this guy. There you go. You see the exclamation mark right there? That means he's going to use skill. You have to run. If you get hit by, you're going to die. All right, so after that, go back in and fight. Again, you might have noticed that I'm using the superior HP potion, which is the one that heals for 30% of HP instead of 20%. So like I said, this one is definitely worth the investment. If you currently you should have some saved up, because just from playing the game, you get some of it for free. So you should have them saved. You should only be using those potions for special occasions like the Mirkan Tower bossing, because these ones, they do help a lot. There you go. You see the exclamation mark? I run. I go back and trade. As long as your HP is above his crit threshold, because currently right now, right, for me currently, the Hippogriff, his crit basic attack deals around 7k damage. Therefore, I'm confident that I will not die. That is why I don't need full HP to go back in and kill him. There we go. Just very simple. No, he has a very simple attack pattern. It's not that hard. Whenever he gets mad, he will let you know, and you just gotta run. That's it. Yeah, you just rinse and repeat, right? Popping your potions, of course. Your 30% attack speed elixir, along with your Versa Grace. If you're not using the brilliant one that I'm currently using, you just use a normal one. That's fine too. So far, so good. I still have 1 minute and 30 seconds left. He's below half his HP, so I'm making good progress. You see how the only time that I'm running is when I'm below 7k HP, because that is when his crit can kill me. Therefore, I do need to pace my time and pace my attacks as well. And I'm going back in right now because, as you can see, I have 1 second left on my superior HP potion, which will get me back to like 10k HP, like, yeah, 10.4k. Going for trade. So you do realize, if you were watching me fight, you realize that I'm autoing a lot. That is where the melee attack comes in, because that is very important, because most likely you're not going to be able to use your skills all the time. Therefore, you're going to be relying on your melee attacks. Therefore, the stat that I showed earlier in here, let me go back here. This right here, right? The melee attack stat is very important as well. Go, just run away when he gets his when he gets mad and uses skill. I played a bit risky there. I stayed for a couple more hits even though I was below 7k HP, is because I was afraid that I won't have enough time to kill him in time. Therefore, sometimes it's okay to take risk, because like, just knowing the time, there's 1 minute and 12 seconds left, and this boss only has 30% HP left. Ooh, that was really risky. So as you can see, once there is once there is only like around 1 minute left, I'm getting desperate, like, because I lost to this guy so many times before at the last second, and like at the last 10 seconds I couldn't beat him because I don't have enough damage, right? Therefore, currently at this time I need to take risks. Like, I'm gonna have to pray he does not crit me. If he does crit me, it's over. Like, I'm dead. But I can always try it again, and hopefully my RNG is better on my next run. So run around. I'm gonna get 1 more HP and I'm going back in. Yep, I'm just going back in because, like, I need. Oh, you see that? 28 HP, dude. Holy, like, yeah, dude. So it's very risky, but thank God RNG was on my side and he actually didn't crit me. He left me at 28 HP, dude. I'm gonna go back. Oh God, maybe a bit too far. Alright, I see right here 9.3k HP, right? So I said before that he crits for 7k, but sometimes he can crit for much higher, because every basic attack is never the same. It can be stronger and it can be lower, and then once he hit that crit multiplier, is obviously going to double his damage. Yeah, look at that, 28 HP. If he had just has a higher attack attack damage on that one single auto attack, I would have been dead, and I would never been able to make this video, and I would have been crying at home. But thank God I was able to beat him. So it's like this is a risk you're taking, right? Because like I said, like I'm down to 1 minute, 56 seconds left in this guy, and he still has like 25% of his HP. Therefore, you have to take risks. You're gonna have to take risks like this, because if I were to play this out safe, I'm not gonna win. Like I'm not gonna win 100%. Therefore, it's much better to take like a 60% chance of beating this boss by trying to bypass his crits or praying his crit doesn't kill you. So going back in. Nice, dodge that. Yeah, his skills are very easy to dodge, therefore it makes it not that big of a threat. The only biggest threat about this boss is his crit. That's the biggest thing right there. You can easily dodge it. Go back in. Like right now, like look at the time, right? So there's 20 seconds left on this boss, and this boss has down to like 10% HP. Like I have to commit. I have to find a chance to commit and kill him. You see how I went back in at like not even full HP. I went back in at 9.7 HP, which he got me to 23. So if he were to land a huge crit on me, I would die here 100%. But I have to take the risk because there is like 10 seconds. There's 15 seconds left. Boom. Finally beat it. So my risk did pay off. So obviously I did a snippet, sent it on Discord because I was so happy that I finally beat it. Yeah, so this is how I beat the boss. So if you guys all just watch replay, and of course it's me breaking down as well. Yeah, so if you guys are obviously like I said, a quick recap of the video. Basically, 2 conditions that you have to meet when fighting the boss is that you have to be able to survive 1 crit hit. Like I said, you have to be able to survive 1 crit hit. If you can't even survive 1 basic attack crit for him, you're screwed. Like there's no way you're gonna beat him, because throughout that whole entire 3 minutes of fighting, he's gonna at least crit you once. So you have to make sure you can tank it. If you cannot tank it, then definitely focus on your defense. Obviously there is defensive food as well you can eat, so just make sure you go and make some food or improve your defense, sculptures, or basic gear, right? Try to get your gear enhancing up, or even customization is 400 red butterflies, but it increased your defensive properties on your armor by quite a bit. Therefore, but I will only recommend doing it on tier 4 armor because it is very expensive. But yeah, so definitely try to improve your defense in any way possible if you cannot tank a crit hit. The second is very simple. After you meet the first condition, it's much easier to build damage than it is to build defense. So damage is very easy. All you have to do is obviously improve your weapon or improve the better options, right? So then your next condition would just to be able to do enough damage. Obviously there's buffs, food, there's a bunch of other stuff I showed in the beginning of the video you can do to boost your damage. So that's that. So that's how I beat 75. So I don't know when's the next roadblock, but I'm going to do some more Mercantile and hopefully I can pass it soon. So if you guys have any more questions about this Hippogriff boss, just leave in the comments below. I will get to it as soon as I can. Also join our Discord, of course, if you want. I mean, I'm there. There's a bunch of other Korean players that's there that can help you, as well as other very knowledgeable and smart players. So with all that said, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.